keeping your physical training going up. And this is why we use boxing, to keep our mindsets in the right place.
Yep, because Monday can be a little tough. So what's a big tip that someone can use to start your week off right and carry it through the week?
So this is what we got to think about when you're gonna work out, right? Using your mindset first and foremost. The boxing mindset is just one of a champion. So here are a couple of things that I want you to think about using. Number one, have that one thing that you're going to do. And I'm going to explain to you why you need to only focus on one thing, even if it's your muscle groups, and why you should only have one activity. Like today is Monday, and what do we do on Monday?
We are Monday footwork.
Fun footwork is the perfect start off, because that's the base of what learning boxing is all about. So the first thing, have one focus, because when you accomplish one thing, that helps you stay on track to go to the next thing, and it prevents the monkeys from flying into your head and throwing you off track, and then you don't work out. But here's one of the things.
So what do you recommend to make sure you do that one thing, identifying that one thing?
First, you want to write it down. So every day, no matter what, it's mindset first. But sometimes we have to anchor it, and that's what we call double stacking. So you find a habit that you want to pick up, and you couple that habit with something that you're already doing.
For example,
if you brush your teeth every day and you want to start concentrating on making your agenda, so instead of just brushing your teeth, have your pen and pad or your phone by the sink. And then right there, you type in your agenda. So today would be footwork and mindset for you. So
perfect.
During that, that's called double stacking. So you're guaranteed to do that one habit, and during that habit, you double stack and do something that helps that habit go one step further, and then you're guaranteeing yourself. It just improves your success rate.
Would that have anything to do with the compensatory control that you talk about?
No, that's another great tip. The compensatory control is what we use to keep. Like I wear a black t-shirt every single day.
Point it out, yeah.
Okay, so the reason why I do that is because you can get brain fatigue. So you're thinking about too many different things. So you can have that mental fatigue. And if you're only concentrating on one thing, you don't have to think about what you're going to wear. You wear a black t-shirt every single day. So you don't have to really figure that out. From that point, you do that with every phase of your life. The second thing is making sure that is throughout. What you eat for breakfast, keep it the same every single day, the exact same way.
That's right. And that's how you work in the gym with your athletes, and you carry it over to your personal life. So doing those same things the same way every day puts you on a path for success.
That's what we call process and systems. And when you're doing it that way, you're finding yourself getting more done because you're marking things off your list. Now, how you implement this to your actual training is,
because I was going to say, yeah, let's bring them back. What can they do with footwork today? If footwork is day one of the week, what can they do for their footwork today?
The footwork is a great thing that you want to implement, what we call the box step, because that is the basis of your ring generalship. And we always lead with the first fundamental box step. I do it with guys who are professional, guys who are fighting for titles, guys who are defending titles. You'll never believe the kind of guys that I've had doing this workout at the end of their training of that day, because you got to take it all the way back to the basics. All the fancy talents will get you to the title contention, but it's the fundamentals and the basics that'll get you through.
So you would say you never outgrow doing the box step?
You never outgrow doing a box step, because it's the only thing that's going to secure you victory when it's all said and done. So what we concentrating on today was we got the mindset in the right place, right? And then we started physical training, because you want to start your day off with exercise. And then I'm going to give you the final tool, and I want you to use this last tip or insight, something that you can implement.
Yeah, I was going to bring up eating and how that relates to your training. What do you see people doing wrong a lot of the times when it comes to eating or fueling their workouts that they just, crush, they think?
So number one thing that people are doing wrong or incorrect is they're working multiple muscle groups. So we do focus on compensatory control. If you're going to go to the gym, you want to maximize what you're growing. So if you're working on pecs or shoulders or arms, you concentrate on that one muscle group. Why? Because the protein intake that is required, most people aren't doing. And so the reason why they're not having success of seeing their results is because they're not actually putting in enough protein. And when you disturb the process of protein and muscle being developed, the intake, it interrupts, and that's called the interruption of the process of it growing is muscular protein synthesis. And when you disrupt that by not putting in enough protein, not only do you not gain, not only do you not gain muscle, but you start to lose it. It starts to become flaccid. So if you ever wake up and you feeling these muscles not being toned, it's because the muscular protein synthesis process is being disrupted. So therefore, you're not going to gain muscle. You're going to actually lose it, and you'll be considered what we call skinny fat. And you don't want that. So all of this stems from mindset. Knowing what you're going to get up and do, having it written down, double stacking, brushing your teeth and writing that down so you'll have it prepared for the next day. These are the things that you'll learn. And if you're focusing on teaching boxing or using boxing for yourself, then you want to learn these things in a manner in which they're digestible. And one of the things that a lot of people don't know is we teach boxing a little bit different. We start from the principles, so we teach boxing backwards.
That's right.
With that being said, that means we're explaining, we teach it first with the why you're doing things, right? Because you want to learn how first. That's your way of learning. You go see something on Instagram or on YouTube and you want to learn how. But what you don't know is why.
And when.
And when is next. And then that's what, after you learn those things, they matter. That's why some of you guys who come from different disciplines, you're so inept to want to get to the smoke. And then you find yourself not really understanding why you're getting countered with the jab.
That's right.
Because you don't understand why you actually throw the jab. All of the reasons that you don't have marked off the list are going to be the reasons why you get countered and you get dominated. And that's where you're finding yourself in that negative spot. And that's why it's tough when you're crossing over from one sport to the next. But we teach boxing backwards. We start with the principles, and that's just how we've done everything. And a lot of you have been asking. Yesterday, I had a father who actually said he came over from Taekwondo, and he had a lot of trouble with the stance. It gave him a lot of issues because he just could not want to kick.
So your recommendation to him was what?
I did what we call a basic program. It's called prep school. And that is basically teaching you the fundamentals. We teach boxing backwards, so you actually don't get caught up in all of that head stuff and thinking that you need to kick or whatever your discipline is. You start learning the principles first, and then when you start learning how, you can really understand why you're doing the thing and it lands better. So that program, we put a link down in the description, and it's titled Prep School. So if you're a beginner and you're trying to learn boxing in the right way, and you know you might get caught up in trying to add kicks or takedowns, it's because you don't have the principles, the why, the when, and the how down. So if that's you, then make sure you go check that out. And for all of you other guys who are on another level, the first thing is get up in the morning and just add this thing that we call simplification to your day. That's the key.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple.
One idea, one mindset, one boxing program focus, one muscle group until you learn how to eat for that muscle.
That's what I was going to say. And keep your meals simple. Have your kitchen prepped, just like you prep your mind and your body. It's about having your kitchen prepped and having the right things at hand so you don't grab the wrong stuff.
That's right. And if you're talking about knowing macronutrients and stuff, this is your person. So I think that meal plan, you got that. Is that link down in the description too?
The link that is in Battle Ready, but when you join prep school, you also get a huge slice of the meal plan, how to start it, how to kickstart your digestive system, and a natural cleanse that you do using real food.
Perfect. Well, prep school is loaded. So if your focus is elevating yourself and simplifying stuff, start there. And like I said, it's Monday mindset. Start the week off right. And if this was something that you could use, make sure you save this video. And if you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can see this and remind yourself life can be simple when you have a plan.
Yep.
This is how you start the plan.
Yep. We do this all the time. Show up to help you guys out. So when you get up in the morning, you go through your day, you have a plan, and you got people in your corner that can help you get down that path.
Because we teach boxing backwards. Coach Bradley signing out. Be blessed.